This week we're going to recreate and review this classic track layout, then try some current battery trains around it. This layout takes the 33027 mountain figure 8 set and expands it with these additional track items. So let's get building.
So this was today's layout. It was a vintage layout that we found a track plan for, but trying to build it, I noticed there's quite a few issues with it. Firstly, this doesn't really work putting two E-bends on a parallel. They kind of want to sit onto each other, so you really have to pull that apart to make that work. It's not very good the way that connection is. Now I know that we're not using necessarily the right crane, but the crane that's pictured is on an A straight. So this is the original R buffers. We could try one of the newer buffers of them to see if that fits, but it's still really tight, so it doesn't really go. Same issue there with that parallel, but then even coming round to this bit here with the tunnel hits the arc of the T curve, so you can't bring this tunnel far enough down to make this line up, and if we force this, they kind of don't really line out, and that sort of pushes everything here out. So that was the layout we wanted to build, but instead I think what we're going to try to do is actually fix the layout and see if we can make it better for you to try at home. Okay, so here we are with the updated version. So as you can see, this one fits together a lot nicer. We only had to make a couple of changes, mainly swapping out the larger E-curves for the smaller ones there, adding those short straights rather than the mini straights. Still got the tunnel, just reset its position, and then over in these corners here, again, just tweaked the bends so that they fit the corner a lot nicer, and changed out this straight from an A to a A1, a shorter one, to give us this overall layout.
So what are our thoughts on this 33027 figure 8 expansion track? Well, firstly, as you know, we're big fans of taking an existing set and adapting it to make a new layout. We've pretty much built this entire channel on that idea. That said, I can't say I'm a huge fan of how much this original track plan relies on the BRIO system in order to complete it. And while our adjusted design resolves those issues and is fundamentally still the same design, it does move away from what this track was meant to be, which was an expansion idea added to the original mountain figure 8 set. Still, it's fun to see the BRIO turbo train charging around this classic layout, and it's great to see the backward compatibility that BRIO build into their new products so that they still work with older pieces. The 33662 elevated platform station, for example, was first released in 1996, so for a train that was released 27 years later to still work with it is a testament to the BRIO product designers, both old and new. Thanks for watching. And if you enjoyed this classic track layout build and review, then consider subscribing to the channel for future classic layouts, and watch these other vintage BRIO train track layouts next.